Yeah, Dave, the couch.
Is this where you've been doing the videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those guys.
Wait, which one?
There was one where like one guy was like, he was like something about aliens. He's like, I'm a slot.
I love that one.
He's like, I'm a slot.
that one was in Laguna Beach actually. That was at the
really?
Airbnb. We went to an event like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Dude, when Andrew was talking about the foreign language.
Dude, that video blew up. I uploaded a TikTok. It has like...
Yeah, I saw it. I don't have TikTok, but I saw your story about it.
It has almost 700,000 views now.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
And I gained like 1,200 followers off of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good, man. Good for you, bro.
Welcome to the Sandmaze podcast, by the way. This is actually not the first time I record a podcast with Mark. We recorded one before, but I just didn't have the setup, you know? Mm-hmm. The setup was horrible, so we're redoing it. And
yeah, we were actually you were gonna post that podcast as just an audio.
Yeah, I was gonna post it as an audio, but
it wasn't gonna work. No.
Yeah, I wanted to make a full podcast with a better setup.
Yeah,
because I fucking love Mark.
Too, bro.
Love you, Mark. All right,
let's get down to business.
Let's talk about those 42-gram Fairlights. Okay, so because I haven't tried them yet, what do you think about them?
I just think it was a little bit too concentrated. You know, the ones that are I think 30 grams, it's a little bit smoother. You know, it's not as much protein. So Fairlife, they got it down to a science. That 30-gram one, they got it down to a science. It's smooth. It tastes like chocolate, legit like chocolate milk. But the 42 grams, you can only science so much.
Yeah. I don't know what they feed those cows, to be honest.
Bro, they put Tren in those cows.
Dude, I might have to start taking Tren then.
I'm kidding.
That's fucking insane. I haven't tried them yet, but I want to give it a try. I thought they would be good just because the Fairlife reputation is it tastes like fucking chocolate milk, you know? That's why everyone loves them.
Sure.
Yeah, you struggle to get the 30 grams. You struggle to get your protein in. You just fucking pop a Fairlife. That's 30 grams of protein, and it's like such a small can.
Oh, you're good, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, Mark. You want to talk a little bit about what you do for a living?
Yeah. So right now, I'm a pharmacist in Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you know, every time I drive down, nice.
Beautiful freeway.
So, yeah, I'm a pharmacist. Pump a bunch of bunch of drugs out. They'll call me a legal drug dealer. But there's more to it than that, obviously.
Do you like it?
So, I do like it. I just don't like the way America does it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
So America is very reactionary, right?
Uh-huh.
And the environment that they set up is so that you don't come off meds. It's more so that you stay on them.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
And it's not geared toward prevention, you know, and it has part of it is to do with pharmacy, and part of it is to do with a lot of other factors outside of pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
And how do they do that? Like in the pharmacy?
What do you mean? How do they do that?
How do they what do they do to keep people on the meds pharmacy wise?
So I'm gonna talk about factors outside and then factors inside. Okay. Right? I think it's more so factors that are outside that keep people in.
Uh-huh.
One distinct difference that I've noticed, like, for example, between like Santa Barbara and like, let's say like, at one point I was working in Compton as an intern for our CVS down there. And those places like Compton or, those deep city areas like LA,
Crenshaw,
there's a bunch of, fast food restaurants and they all have drive-through.
Yeah.
Even the CVS's have drive-through.
Yeah, everything has drive-through now. It's great.
In
Even
LA.
Chipotle.
Shut up.
Yeah, there's a Chipotle in the valley that has drive-through.
That's crazy.
The Chipotle we always see in the valley?
Yeah, by Dave's Hot Chicken?
Yeah, that one's drive-through.
That one's drive-through.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
No
I've
way.
never heard of that. But in Santa Barbara, at least, it's a little bit, more. It's a little bit more affluent, and none of the CVS's have a drive-through, with the exception of one in Goleta, which is the newest one. But other than that, none of them have drive-through. So you literally have to physically get out of the car and walk into the CVS to get your prescription, and then most places, like I've seen like Taco Bells, they don't have drive-thru. There's like one McDonald's I've seen that has a drive-thru, but most like the Taco Bells don't have a drive-thru. A lot of the fast food restaurants don't have a drive-thru. So all that stuff, like it plays a role.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
people are lazy.
Exactly. People are lazy, and you know, obviously this is, you know, I'm talking more about like city areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no bike lanes on the streets.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, there's less grass, there's less parks, there's less greenery. So, when you go to a place like, you know, we were talking about Irvine and Laguna or Santa Barbara, and you have all this nature around you, instead of, you know, like, you have an app and then you're, like, tracking and you go to the gym and you're walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Like, all this greenery and all this nature allows man to be curious, right? So when you're curious, you're gonna just go out and walk. Like, forget working out and lifting weights. You're just gonna go out and walk, and you're naturally gonna burn calories. Like, it's gonna be passive. It's not gonna be something intentional where you're like, I gotta burn like 500 calories and like, you know, walk on the treadmill for 20
Apple
minutes.
Watch.
With the Apple Watch. It's a passive thing.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas in some of those other places, people have to be very, very intentional, and it takes, you know, when the environment isn't conducive to you, you know, exercising or working out, it takes a lot of intentionality to be able to overcome, you know, this deep hole that we've dug. You know, we have people like 200, 300, 400 pounds, and, you know, like, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even blame them for not being able to come out. It's just extremely hard, and it takes a lot of discipline, and you shouldn't have to have that, you know, that sort of discipline.
Yeah. And if you ask anybody that's outside of the U.S., like, what's the first thing that you think about when you think of Americans, and they'll say like fat, like obesity,
like large sizes at, like, you know, like McDonald's and sodas and stuff like that.
Yeah, just fast food and fat people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, you know, you see people like in places like, for example, I watched a show by, you know, Zac Efron, and I talked about this one time on my like Instagram. There's a show in Costa Rica, right? And the place is very naturey, extremely naturey. And if you look at all the people, you know, they're not necessarily like jacked or like ripped or anything, but they're also not fat. Like, they're in shape, they're healthy, they're well. And that's because, you know, they have to not hunt, but like they have to like walk for their food. They, you know, if they want to go on a hike, they go on a hike. It's that sort of nature sparks that curiosity, and then it becomes passive. You're not thinking about like what happened or, you know, how many steps you took or whatever. It's all passive. And so in America, when you live in the inner cities, it's a lot harder to do that. And then, you know, people develop like, you know, cardiovascular disease, aka just a fancy word for like heart disease. Yeah. And once you get heart disease, you have to stay on meds.
Yeah, that's
otherwise
true.
You will die. Like, like, that's the, you know, that's the protocol. Once someone gets like a heart attack, they have to be on certain cholesterol meds, blood pressure meds, whatever meds, for life. Like, there's no negotiating. And at that point, like, you can't even come on it, even if you like had a proper diet, exercise, and lost all the weight. Because the risk for developing another heart attack once you've had one skyrockets.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's insane. So, if only people need to start taking their health more serious, I feel like.
So they do, but like I was saying in the beginning, it would be a lot easier
if it was passive.
If the environment was inviting to it. Yeah. Like, they did like when I was at UCI, I studied public health. They did studies on kids, right? Kids who lived in cities with a lot of greenery and kids who didn't, you know, live in cities with a lot of greenery. The kids in cities with a lot of greenery were a lot less likely to become obese. Yeah. A lot less.
I had this conversation when I was in Laguna Hills with the boys, and we were looking out the backyard at the trail and like the view and everything. And we were like, we were just like talking about how we just want to go on a walk.
There you
go. Like right here, living here, I don't really want to go on a walk, even though there's a lot of greenery here. But I don't know, over there it was just different. It was more relaxed, laid back, and I was just like, I want to go on a walk, you know. Sure. And I hate walking.
Yeah, I mean, even me. One time I went down to Manhattan Beach, and I was just going for a run, and the sunset was just with the water was so beautiful, and I just was like, I don't even feel like I'm running.
Yeah.
You know, or like in Carp right now, I have the bluff behind me, and it's beautiful. And I just walk.
Yeah.
You know, so that's so if you're struggling with weight loss, I'm not gonna be that guy who's like, you need to, man up and like no, like a part of me is like that, but a part of me also can empathize and understand.
I'm the same exact way. Yeah.
So.
I'm kind of like, sometimes I'm like, if they really wanted it, then they would like do something about it. But then the other part of me is like, sometimes they're not like really left with an option.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, if they really wanted it, that's one argument. Then the other argument is like the environment and all the factors.
There's a lot of things that like brings them back.
And work, and if you're working 2 jobs, and you don't, by the time you're done, you're so your brain is so fried that you don't,
Like, for example, today, I just had so much stuff to do. Like, I wanted to hit the gym today, but time, like, it doesn't work out. Yeah. And that's only one day out of the week, but there's other people that, like, every day is like this for them. They're just really, really busy, and they don't have time to, like, go to the gym.
Exactly, and then if you don't have time, you likely don't have time to make, healthy meals, and if you're not eating healthy meals. Like, it's one thing if you don't go to the gym and exercise, but at least if you can control that one lever of diet, like there's one guy I know, like, especially even my dad, like, he was super overweight, and he didn't work out at all, and he just lost all the weight through diet.
Yeah.
So at least
I think diet is more important, to be honest.
That's what my dad did. My mom would be on, like, she would be on him. She'd be like, you gotta start losing weight, blah blah blah. So she's like, you're not buying any more food out. So making him his own food, and then he was like, tacos once a week. She was like, no tacos.
So that's another thing, right? So that's another thing. You don't want to be too restrictive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to enjoy yourself.
You got to enjoy yourself. My rule of thumb is if I have a day off from work, which is 2 days each week, I'm going to have a good meal in there. Like, and, the other 5 days I'll eat healthy, whatever, but I think you should enjoy yourself. It's kind of like a reward. It keeps you going,
Yeah, I used to be on that, like, Sunday cheat day. Every Sunday I'll have a cheat day. Remember, I'd hit you up and we'd be like, let's go to Jen, let's go to Krispy Kreme after.
The thing was, David was on a cut and I was on a bulk. So every Sunday he'd hit me up and I'd be like, all right, bro, like, where we trying to go to Jen? Where we going?
And I feel like when you go so off on a cheat day, like, you just go crazy, it kind of fucks up the progress for, like, the rest of the week. But my rule now is if I'm craving something and I want it, no matter what day of the week, I'm just going to go get it. Yeah. Like, if I'm really craving In-N-Out and I want it In-N-Out and I feel like I haven't, like, treated myself in a while, then I'll just go get it,
Yeah,
it won't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the balance that you get to, eventually. And, if you are living that lifestyle of, consistently working out, that In-N-Out, it's probably going to help you.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you. It's probably going to be more help than hurt, honestly.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
that's
kind of how I see
the macros on the In-N-Out 3x3, golden.
How's the bulk going?
The bulk? Not too sure.
Hey, let's go.
The bulk is like body fat percent is extremely low, but weight wise, I think I'm like 145 right now, which isn't good. Yeah. I'm trying to be like 150 at like a 9% body fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, take some of mine too, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, before we leave the topic of like pharmacies and stuff, do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with pharmacies?
Get this. I actually worked as a pharmacist tech at a pharmacy out in Goleta for a week.
CVS?
Oh, yeah.
That was a drive-through.
No, it didn't have a drive-through.
Oh, okay.
It was I forgot what the shopping center name was called, but it was it had like a Spanish name to it, and the pharmacist manager he was Egyptian. I don't know if
there's a lot of Egyptians who are managers for pharmacies for CVS in Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean I worked there for like a week, and the drive is a little bit long just from Ventura, but it was interesting working there because it was like I came from like a background of like working at hotels and like the hospitality field and stuff. So like when people would come to the hotel, they'd be like excited, like, oh, we're going on vacation. But it's like some of the people that would come to the pharmacy were just like really grumpy, and it's like I feel like pharmacists aren't just like they aren't just like doctors or like just in the health field, but they're like, they're dealing with like a lot of like people that are stressed out, and even like the business side to it, where you have to consult with insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's far more than just being a healthcare professional. It's a
100%.
You have to have technical skills, to work with the computers and solve insurance rejections, and then on top of that, you have to have good people skills.
For sure.
So that people aren't super angry leaving the pharmacy.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a number of things there. So it's hard, but it can be rewarding.
Of course, definitely. No, I can definitely see how it's rewarding, yeah. But I feel like pharmacists are like the most slept on, like healthcare, like people in the healthcare industry, because they do so much. They do a lot.
Yeah, there's a number of things we do, but the cool thing is once you with any profession, once you kind of know what you're doing,
exactly,
and you're dialed in, you go in and you kind of know what you're doing. There's always those like outlier days where like you see a weird case of something, and it can be a little tough. But yeah, once you dive in deep and you really get your feet wet, then I think you're squared away.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking about that, like how it affected your mental health a lot, right? At
the pharmacy?
Yeah, at the pharmacy.
It didn't really like affect like my mental health like a lot, but it was just like it was like every time like people would come in, anytime someone would come in for their medicine, it was a lot of like older people.
Yeah.
And those people were just always like in like not the best moods, you know what I mean?
Oh, I get you.
So it was like I was
just
like,
the environment you're in.
Not even like it was like more of like just like down, like they were just down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little bit sad or depressed, something like that. But like and it was like I would compare it to like when I would work at the hotel, and it was like when people would come in and they were just like really happy to be on vacation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like like Mark said, I mean, it is like rewarding, like being able to like help them, and it definitely sometimes it also takes like a lot of patience because some of these people are a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking about this like a few days ago, how tough it must be to be work as a paramedic, just because of the things they see every day is just like, just thinking about that it's tough. We after the event at the Medicard event, there was these paramedics outside. They had paramedics on standby just in case something crazy happened, and they were like, we were just asking them like what they've seen and stuff like that, and they were just telling us these stories, and we were like, wow, like that's insane. And they're able to like brush it off so easily because they just seen so much of it,
and
that
it's the same
just
thing with firefighters too. Like firefighters, like they'll go to scenes that like, I mean, for example, like motorcycle accidents, bro, and it'll be someone like just dead right there. And I mean,
it's crazy. Yeah. Like the paramedic told us this story. He said that he saw an accident, and like somebody's like, God, so we're like, I don't know. It was just like the way he explained it to us was like disgusting, and he starts laughing. He's like, "Here, I have a picture," and I was like, "Bro, what?"
That's the only way. I feel like that's the only way that they can like that's what their comedy is, bro. Because that's just their work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
that's insane to me. When I was young, or I think this is with everyone when they were young. They're like, "I want to be a cop. I want to be a cop," and now it's just like,
"I want to be a cop." So.
Yeah, you want to talk about your college life, Mark? I was curious about that.
I got something to say about Mark's college life. So after I met Mark and I was like a freshman in high school, okay, on Mark's Snapchat, I swear, bro, this dude had like, I don't know where he was pulling up, but all of the pictures he posted on his Snapchat were like the best food places you could, like tacos, burgers, like everything. Like I would slide up all the time. I'd be like, "Yo, bro, can you send me the address? Like I'm gonna go there next week."
Yeah, I still do that on my days that I, like I said, the days I enjoy myself. I still have those same foods. Like I had taco truck. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of. It's like each meal was like a death row meal. Last meal. That's what me and my friends would say. We're like, we ate every meal like it was our last. No bad meals.
No bad meals.
No bad meals.
Dude.
But college. It was interesting. The first my first 2 years were. My first year was good. I did really good, actually. It was my second year that was tough. I was like in bio with lab and chem with lab and this with lab and calculus and a whole host of nonsensical things that I'm not even using anymore.
Yeah, that was me last year. I took everything the same year, like cal, chem, all like everything that was hard. I just dumped on me the first year.
Yeah,
it's tough.
So those first 2 years were at community college, and then my last 2 were at UCI. Those were. Once I finished physics, like the upper division bio classes and all that stuff, it was pretty easy to me because I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fine. And then pharmacy school, the first like year and couple of weeks was absolutely insane to me. Like it was detrimental almost.
Do you feel like school set you up for the work life?
The last 2 years of pharmacy school, yes, kind of. Not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not perfect. It can definitely, not just definitely, but a lot of things can be optimized a lot better than they are in school. Maybe the knowledge-wise, yes, but the actual work, no, you have to really, work. Yeah. I was on the verge of quitting CVS because I was having a very tough time my first, couple of years interning, not as a pharmacist. Yeah, I was in pharmacy school and I was interning, and it was extremely tough. The learning curve.
Yeah.
And I almost quit because I didn't feel competent, to be honest with you. But I'm glad I stuck with it because now I go in and I'm on airplane mode.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you really have to stick with it and learn and ask questions, and once you do that, you just go in and now you're basically teaching people.
Yeah. I feel like that goes for every degree. You just gotta grind it out and just go. Yeah. I feel like interning is that interning. I feel like that's the best thing you can do because that's what really sets you up.
Absolutely.
So you're not completely lost when you come out.
Absolutely.
I had this question in mind. Did you party at all at UCI? I know UCI is not known as a party school, but thought I would throw that out there.
No, I wasn't into that scene too much. I might have went to 1 or 2 parties that some friends threw, but even then I wasn't 100% completely wanting to be there. Sometimes I was just there because of my friends.
Yeah.
It's just that's not to say it's it was just, it wasn't me. I appreciated more, I don't want to say introverted,
just more chill stuff.
Yeah, just a little bit more chill. I just wanted to I still wanted to hang out with a bunch of guys, but I wanted to go play 5-6 games of basketball and then go on some in and out.
Exactly.
That's what I like doing, or go to the beach, snorkel, have a super active day with a bunch of friends, and then if you're in San Diego, go to Phil's or something like that.
That's what I enjoy as well, to be honest. Yeah. I like having both, some of both. Sometimes I want to party and stuff, and then other days I just want a chill day with the boys, Yeah. So yeah. Go for it.
I feel like partying too much wears you out, and it's
it's horrible.
Yeah, and you do need those chill days with your friends to hang out and just relax,
Yeah, partying too much is bad. And then I don't know, I just feel like after going to that event for 4 days and I came back, I'm like, how do people do this every day? That was just a 4-day thing, and then people are partying every day. How do you have the energy for that, and how do you not think back and be am I being productive?
But it's crazy because some people while they're doing it, they're productive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all the kids at UCSB, man, they're always
dude. I know this one kid at UCSB, bro. This dude will drink while he does his homework, and I kid you not, he's a dean's lister. Yeah. So
some people can pull it off.
That's insane.
And I was talking. There's this one guy at our church. His name is George, and he used to live at UCSB. And he was telling me, he was like, I knew this one other Egyptian kid that went to school with me. He's like, I don't know how he did it, but you would see him at every party, and he was still the first one in the class in the morning.
It's called Adderall.
Adderall, yeah, it's called.
Oh, probably.
I fill a lot of those scripts.
Yeah, wow.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Honestly, I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I feel like I might have it.
You know, Mark.
So I've always thought about it.
Do you remember one time I was talking to you about like I was like a sophomore in high school and I texted Mark about Adderall.
Yeah.
And I was like telling him, I was like, dude, like I think I need it. Like I'm backed up on all my classes. But then you told me something that like you were telling me you were like no, like, you know, Adderall, the people, like at least the people that aren't diagnosed with ADHD that don't need it, then like that's for like the weak that use it. Like we have to put in work, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, you know, like at least if like you don't need it and you're not diagnosed with ADHD, like you were just telling me like, you know, it's like you can do this on your own, like as long as you put the work in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I really liked when you said that to me because it motivated me to keep going.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's for the weak. No, I don't maintain that. Mm-hmm. It's for people, you know, who are diagnosed with ADHD. But the thing is, you know, diagnosing ADHD is very subjective, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I understand, yeah.
You know, like with blood pressure, we can objectively measure whether your blood pressure is high or low. But with ADHD, it's like kind of subjective, kind of objective. There are people who actually do need it. But also, you know, if you're not someone who does have ADHD and maybe you just have like a problem every like now and then trying to focus, I think it's try your best to you know, try and, you know, focus without using anything, because there's obviously side effects.
Yeah,
so, you know, like even sometimes I feel like I had ADHD when I was in school.
Yeah.
You know, like there was sometimes I was like, I just cannot focus.
I feel like everyone's had that.
Yeah,
where they
everyone's had that.
That's why I double think it. I'm like, I'm probably just like being lazy.
The thing is, like, one, everyone's had that, and two, like, you know, they give you so much material that you're gonna have that.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. There's another one that's similar to Adderall. I don't know what it's called. It's
methylphenidate, Ritalin.
Yeah, Ritalin. I was at work and I was just like, I can't concentrate. I was talking to my boss and he was like, he like gave me the thing and he was like, here, try one of these. Yeah. And I was just like, and I thought about it. He was like, search up the side effects. If you feel, he didn't just put it there and be like, it was like, take one. He was obviously telling me like the precautions I should take.
Sure.
And he was like, search it up, see if it's right for you, and if you want to try it, there's one right there. And I was like, shouldn't I go see like a doctor first or something? And he's like, the doctor is just gonna be a waste of time. All they're gonna do is like trial and error. They're gonna give you like different medications, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. They'll give you another one to try.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah. So I ended up deciding not to take it. So yeah, that's where I stand right now with that.
It's okay, bro. Take one Red Bull, you'll be good.
Take one. No, I can't be drinking more caffeine than the pre-workout. The pre-workout has 350 milligrams. I can't be taking more than that.
That's the only caffeine intake I take.
Yeah, I can't. If I take anything more than that, I'll mess up my heart. I even thought about going to the gym in the morning so I get my pre-workout before I go to work, but that would just be too early. I'd be waking up at like 3 a.m. every day. Dude. Which is great. Like, I don't want to do that.
I'll go with you. I'm awake during those hours.
What time would I have to sleep to get in my 8 hours? I'd have to sleep at like 7 p.m.
Dude,
that's tough.
I hate energy drinks, bro, because I used to, when I used to work, like when I was 17, I used to work at the hotel in Cam.
Yeah.
Before I worked at the hotel in Oxnard, the one in Cam, dude, I was doing like 2 monsters a night.
That's bad.
Yeah, like that's crazy. But then, and it's like a lot of people our age, like, you know, Kenny.
Yeah.
In high school, oh, dude, he had like a crazy Red Bull addiction. No, and he's like he would tell, like, now he tells me, he's like, dude, like I don't touch Red Bull, because he would drink so many of them a day.
Saying that, when you said that, it reminded me. There's this kid in the group chat that sends videos of him chugging Red Bulls all the time in the group chat, like every day. It's crazy.
Yeah. Caffeine is a drug.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a drug. It's addictive.
I at first I told myself like I don't ever feel like I'd rely on it for the gym, but now I actually rely on it. If I don't take it,
I know.
Same.
Yeah. You take pre-workout as well?
Pre-workout or an energy drink, one that has like 200 milligrams or something like that. But I thought, like, you know, before when I first started working out for the first year, Like, I didn't touch a single pre-workout or
Yeah.
something. And then one day I tried it, and I was like, whoa. Like,
I was so...
But that's the only caffeine I get is pre-workout. I don't get any other caffeine.
Yeah, same here. I was so cautious at first. When I first started working out, I was so cautious with what I would, like, consume. Like caffeine and everything. You told me about creatine, and I was like, I'm never taking that. What is that?
David told me, he's like I remember when you were doing that machine with the bicep curl.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like honestly, bro, like we gotta start taking creatine. Like it's gonna be so beneficial to us. And then David goes, I don't know, bro. I don't like that type of stuff. I'm all natural. I was like, he literally said I'm all natural.
I actually don't take creatine at all. I haven't touched it once.
Creatine is very beneficial, I feel like.
Yeah, it's the most well-studied and, like, you know, safe, you know, gym supplement. I'm kind of like you, or at least the older you
yeah,
know, creatine for me.
And then I'm also taking terkesterone, which is... Terkesterone. I don't even know what it is, man, but it helps.
Terkesterone, just like the name of terkesterone sounds like so dangerous.
It's so similar to testosterone.
Is it?
Oh yeah. The name, not what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I tried it, but it was like, I don't know, man. Like I didn't feel anything out of it. You know?
Didn't feel like it was worth the money.
Because
it is expensive.
It's expensive, but like the thing is like it's a supplement, and I just didn't feel anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's very mild effects, to be honest. But personally, I feel like it's progressed me in weights a lot. Like I feel like I've started lifting much more weight than I used to.
You lift a crazy amount of weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, how much do you do? Like, dude, just curling. What do you do?
I do 40 on curls.
40 for 4 sets of 8 reps.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I like 40 isn't a lot, but I progressed a lot in such a short period of time, because I used to be doing. I remember not too long ago I was doing 30s and I was struggling with that.
How much was it again? It was like $60.
Oh yeah, it's $60 a bottle. I think it has like 60 servings.
60 servings.
But I take like 3 each day.
Yeah. Have you seen anything like any side effects, like anything that's bad about it?
There's no side effects.
Yeah.
I haven't felt anything. I haven't read anything that has said it has bad side effects. It's all just good. Yeah. Which is kind of hard to believe, because the side effects or like the benefits that it says it has is so.
You want to talk about the benefits for like the people that don't know?
Yeah. Here, let me pull up a list actually, because I don't know them all off the top of my head, but the benefits are insane. It's like, it helps you sleep. I don't even.
It all like I think I remember like reading it too one time, and doesn't it like help you with like your mood and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of benefits that it said it had. But
Mark, have you heard of a medicine called DHEA?
DHEA?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
It doesn't stand for anything, but it's like a supplement that you can just pick up at like over the counter.
If you can look it up for me, I can maybe.
We're just gonna show Mark all the medicine.
Mark's our doctor now. I can't find the list of benefits, man.
It's this.
I found it.
I've never seen this. No, I've never seen this.
Never?
What is it?
No. It helps with mood, it says.
Yeah.
Dehydroepiandrosterone.
Yeah, dude.
Testosterone?
Some guy was telling me, he's like, yeah, this thing is like great for the gym. Like, yeah. He's like, take like 5 of these pills. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Who told you this?
Well, it was Demir.
Oh, yeah. Really? Yeah. I thought you were gonna say one of the guys at GNC. I was like, yeah, they're just trying to sell you something.
You want to talk about the list of the benefits?
Yeah. Let me talk about the list of the benefits. May help you put on muscle mass. May enhance exercise performance. Can assist in muscle exercise recovery. I don't even know what this is. Has aptogenic effects. What does that even mean? Oh, stress fighting in parentheses it says. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This wasn't the website I looked at, but those were some of the benefits. Yeah. It helps with stress. The other website said it helps with sleep, helps put on muscle mass.
Keyword with a lot of those.
May.
So, Exactly. So,
yeah, I noticed that.
yeah, so on all the supplements that are not drugs, right? I think the FDA, they have, I only know this because of pharmacy school, but they have a thing that says, like, if you're making a supplement, it cannot say helps with. Mm-hmm. Like, with drugs, like, let's say we have, like, a blood pressure med, it can say, the drug can say lowers blood pressure, not may lower. Yeah. But, like, anything that's marketed as a supplement, like, over the counter, all it can say is may. Mm-hmm. Like cranberry juice, they say may help with UTI. You know? So.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't pay.
Very key to understand that.
Yeah, I don't really pay much attention to the wording, but right now when I was reading them in a list out loud, I really noticed that
the
may.
Yeah, exactly. Because they can't, say definitively that this, helps.
Yeah. There's this what's it called? Hold up, I'm trying to think. Sorry. What is like testosterone? What's that like field of supplements? Not really supplements. Fucking enhancers. Like what are they called?
Growth hormone?
No.
HGH?
No.
Testosterone? Anabolic steroids?
No, I can't think of the word. Okay, there's something that was similar to testosterone. And I went on
SARMs?
Yes, SARMs. Yes, there.
Yeah,
see?
bro, the Sarmies.
Yes, SARM goblins. Yeah, I was looking into buying. I don't even know why I was looking. I wasn't looking into buying them, but I wanted to see what the process was to buy one. And the description was like, not made for humans, only for testing. And I sent you a screenshot.
I remember that.
I don't know. I just found that really funny. That said, not made for humans, and people are taking this to fucking grow some muscle at the gym.
Dude,
people, go to great lengths.
I just don't understand like how committed like you are, bro, to just straight up want to like actually like put your body in like harm's way when like taking all this gear. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like
the only time I think it's necessary is if somebody's competing and they have a big following and they're just doing it like because it's their living, you know. But
doesn't it like lessen like your lifespan? You know?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I think if you take it with the right way, I don't even know. If you take it with the right precautions, the right steps, I feel like it doesn't lower it as much as people like make it out to be.
Sure.
So, yeah, if you're taking the right steps, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need to go really experienced doctors that are good with that, not just any doctor. Because sure. I don't think your primary care physician is gonna understand how much testosterone you should be taking for your next show.
They didn't go over that in medical class 101 and.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is there any like crazy stories you've seen like working in the pharmacy field? Like, is there any stories that like stood out to you that like changed your view on something or just stuck with you?
I've had some funny stories, but have completely changed my view.
Yeah, like any stories that really stuck with you?
I mean, yeah, there's, there was one CVS, I used to, intern for, and a lot of the patients, for some reason, didn't, believe in vaccines.
I don't understand. I just don't understand that.
And the thing is, here's the thing about vaccines, and this is to all of America right now. If you're to go to a third world country, right, like, or let's say second world, like Brazil or Africa.
Yeah.
And there are certain travel vaccines that are recommended to take. If you don't take them, you're going to go there and come back chopped up. It's serious. It actually, especially certain places, like if you go to the Amazons or the certain jungles of like Brazil or certain places in Africa. And the problem is, the reason why people don't think you need it here, obviously until COVID now, hopefully everyone sees that we do need them. But the reason why people don't people think they don't need it here is because of a concept called herd immunity.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have gotten vaccinated.
Yeah.
That even if you're unvaccinated, because everyone else is vaccinated and not transmitting it, you're also not going to get it.
Yeah, you get the benefits.
So you're not going to necessarily see the need until you go to a place where there's no vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Like Africa or Brazil.
Uh-huh.
That's why you need to take travel vaccines. Otherwise, you're going to come back chopped up.
Yeah.
You might not even come back.
Dave, have you gotten your booster?
No, I have not. Have you?
No, we got to make that appointment.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about requiring the vaccine? Like requiring the vaccine to go to school, to work, to stay in the army? I don't know.
You know, if it was up to me, it's a tough situation because we're talking about free will here.
Yeah. I know it's a very controversial topic.
But at the same time, you not getting it affects someone else.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, you know, they call this topic in economics a negative externality, which is basically like, let's say I'm smoking, right? It's like, should I be able to infringe on your freedom to smoke? Mm-hmm. It's like I'm free, but you know, at the same time, you're affecting my health.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, if you go to airports or certain public spaces, they're like, no smoking. Mm-hmm. Because they, you know, it's understood that, yeah, you have the free will to do whatever you want, but it shouldn't affect my health.
It's interfering with other people. Yeah.
You know, there are obviously certain cases where people are allergic to, you know, to certain things in the vaccine. So in those situations, I don't think people should be forced. Mm-hmm. You know, there's ingredients for everything out there. Uh-huh. If you look at the ingredients and you have a well-documented allergic reaction to one of those ingredients in the vaccine, fine. Like, I don't have any problem you not taking the vaccine. Like, I actually wouldn't want you taking it, you know, because you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any allergic reactions, like, I think you should. Mm-hmm. You know? That's sort of my take on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see both sides, to be honest.
One thing that, like, you know, like, really got me about, like, the vaccine and stuff was, I know this, like, my mom was telling me something about, like, our family friends, and they weren't vaccinated because they, like, didn't believe in, like, the vaccination and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then her friend passed away from, like, some kind of disease that wasn't COVID, but it's because she got COVID. And then, like, and she wasn't vaccinated, and then her immune system was, like, terrible, and then she ended up passing away. And then after that happened, unfortunately, like, you know, then they all, like, they found out it was, like, too late. Like, we all got to get vaccinated, but then they all got vaccinated.
Yeah, I've heard some stories of COVID causing some, like,
deaths,
deaths, but also, like, very long-term health issues for people.
I mean, yeah, it's well documented.
Yeah, I think people gotta stop. I get, like, fighting for not having it required, but if you are in a place where getting the vaccine is such a simple thing that won't really affect you, just go get it, you know?
It's as simple as that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, you got people in third world countries begging for these things.
True.
Uh-huh.
And the problem is when you have an abundance of it, you know, you take it for granted. So.
Yeah. It's crazy how they were giving people like $100 to go get it, right, or something like that.
Dude, there was this lady on Twitter that was like, "Send me a screenshot of your vaccination, and I'll send you my nudes." I was like, "Bro, what?"
Oh, I saw that tweet.
That
I saw that tweet. That's hilarious, man. Wow. See, the benefits of getting the vaccine aren't only your health. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Let me check how long we've been going for. 43 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to add?
Talk about working out a little bit.
Working out?
That's kind of what brought us all together.
That is what brought us all together.
Oh, we should talk about that. So dude, like, you know, I met Mark when I was in middle school. And I think that was like you were right about to go into pharmacy school.
It was literally the day before.
That's so sick.
I was proctoring at the spiritual competition.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? He was the proctor, and like me and Aheb, we like went up to Mark and we were like, "Yo, Mark, what's the answer to number 12?" He's like, sit back down.
That's so funny.
But yeah.
I wish a proctor did that to me in the SAT, bro.
No, but I remember I was like, me and Mark exchanged socials, and then like on his Instagram, during quarantine, I was just seeing like his like crazy transformation, and like he was just getting like absolutely ripped, So then I would text him every now and then. And then one day I told him, I was like, Mark, like I'm like really serious about like starting to work out. Like I really want to take this like seriously. Like, can we have a workout together? And then he's like, yeah, like come out to Carpinteria. We'll go out to this one park and we'll do some calisthenics. And then that's exactly what we did. And then he sent me our workout routine that we followed for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And
most of those workouts I still do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I still do them too.
Same. And yeah, I mean, he went from we were using a band for the pull-ups.
Oh my god!
And the band wasn't even enough. I had to assist him with the band.
Yeah.
So he went from only being able to do 2 with me assisting him and pushing him, the hot sun of Santa Barbara, to like being able to do like double the amount I can do.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Great. Like just imagine me, what's it called? Like with a band. Like I already have a band on, and I still can't do it. And Mark is like trying to push me up. Yeah, so that was crazy to me, and it's like it was really fun. Like going from that to like being able to like actually like do a lot of chin ups and a lot of pull ups and all that, because it's like you get to see like the progress, and it's like even if you don't see it in your body, it's like you see it through the weights that you're doing, or like through the dude, like up next though, muscle up.
Muscle up.
Up next is the muscle up.
I'm far from there.
Oh, you got it, baby. Come on.
I'm far, bro. That's at least like half a year.
Come on. Damn, but your body fat percentage has been getting low, because I noticed like you've been starting to get like veins in your bicep and stuff.
Yeah, my veins have been popping out like crazy.
Yeah.
Even though I lose fat everywhere. Like my legs used to have a lot of fat. Now it's like mainly muscle. Like there's no more fat here. There's no fat anywhere on my body, but I still have the love handles.
The love handles.
I hate it.
I mean, everyone's got to have a little love in them,
right? You're right.
Yeah, that's the number one ingredient.
All right, I'm gonna stop complaining about them from now on.
I got them. I like them.
I
do gotta show them some love.
I saw a TikTok about that one time, and like this dude was saying, he was like, yeah, like I used to have these love handles, and he was like, trust me, just keep working out. That's all you can do. And then he goes, eventually they'll go away. Trust me, eventually.
Yeah.
So.
True.
But it's not a marker of how strong you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's why I don't really care about it. I just care about what I can do and how I can move.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a 6-pack with the love handles still there. That's probably gonna happen. Yeah. It's coming in. I see the outline, and the love handles are not. They don't look like they're going away anytime soon.
Dude, we gotta start doing a little bit of cardio.
Oh yeah, dude. My heart health.
Your mood just switched up right away. Right
no, dude. Because it's bad. It's bad. I'm disappointed in myself because I do no cardio. And
if I tried to run a mile now.
I probably can't even run a mile.
That's coming from cross country.
My mile time in high school was horrible. I was like one of the last people, even though I was I looked like I was in good health, but my heart is bad.
It's deceptive. There's some bigger guys too that I've seen who their heart health's amazing, and they can go for miles and miles.
It's crazy.
It's not, the way you look is not a direct correlation.
Yeah, 100%.
Cardio.
Mi corazón.
Nice, man. Fluent Spanish speaker.
I took 3 years of Spanish in high school.
I hated my Spanish teachers. They all suck.
Dude, I had this Spanish teacher that couldn't pronounce my name, so she called me Gabriel.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah,
Can we all agree that Spanish teachers are the biggest assholes? In my opinion, in my experience, Spanish teachers are the biggest assholes.
I've never had a Spanish... Dude, okay. My senior year of my junior year of high school, I was taking Spanish 3, and I had this one Spanish teacher, and she was like on the verge of retirement. Like she was so old. Like, I remember my dad this was like they had like these conference nights and stuff like that. And my dad was like, I need to go, and I was like, okay, fine. Like I'll go with you, whatever. So me and him go, and this lady was like really old, and she was on like the verge of retirement. Mm-hmm. Okay. And dude, I remember I had a C- in the class, and then the lady tells I think she got me mixed up with like another student, but then she goes, "Fadi's doing great in this class." and then like I think I managed to get her like off topic, mm-hmm. off of me, and then like for like 30 minutes, the whole conference we were talking about Egypt.
I think I've said.
Yeah.
Dude, Mexicans love Egypt, not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, every time I tell them I'm from Egypt, they're like, oh my god, it's like they're really fascinated by it. But
they have pyramids out in the Aztec.
That's true.
You know?
We gotta visit those pyramids.
We gotta visit them. I haven't even visited the normal pyramids yet. I
think Egypt's starting to get too expensive for me. I might just have to take a road trip down there, bro. No, I'm kidding. But there was this time I was using my phone in my Spanish class, and she came up to me and she just took my phone from me, like just out of my hand. I was one of those kids in high school where I would just stay on my phone 24/7 just because I found the class so boring. Like, they would talk about, like, I don't mean to sound cocky, but they would just talk about something like I already knew what they were, like, I already understood it. So I felt like I was wasting my time by paying attention to them, so I would just sit on my phone. So she took away my phone and she was pissed. And then at the end of the class, I go up to her and I'm like, and she wouldn't want to give me my phone back. I was like, can I have my phone back? She's like, she wouldn't give it back to me. She was like, your mom needs to come get it from the principal's office. And I was like, well, can you give it to me so I can call my mom so I can see where she's at, because my mom's picking me up. And I take the phone, I just run.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. That's the best thing in the world. Peace out.
I was gone, bro. Next day, I get called to the principal's office, and this was in high school too, which is funny because I can see myself acting like this in middle school, but not in high school. And I was called to the principal's office, and then I just had to switch teachers, and then the next teacher fucking loved me, bro. Yeah, I was
just a switch.
I was always on my phone during that class, and she wouldn't tell me shit, but she would always tell other people about their phones.
So I feel like
it means you probably were doing good on the tests.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Yeah, even though I hated Spanish class, to be honest.
I had like a scenario like that with my cross country coach in high school. Dude, like I remember one time, me and John, like we went out to, I don't even know where we went, but someone was driving us, and then they drove us back to school, and then John was like, I gotta go change the practice. I come out of the car like super slow, and then the coach is like standing up at the field. I'm not even dressed in like any like shorts or anything. I go up there with like my jeans and my uniform, and I'm like, hi coach. She's like, why aren't you changed? I forgot my clothes at home. She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I thought I'd just like, come help you out with practice. and then John comes over, and she's like, John, get your warm-up laps in. And then the coach sit down. She's like, so how was school today?
That's how it be, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes we'll just favorite. So
yeah, this is my last resort. If I don't do good in computer science, I'm gonna be a computer science teacher, and I'm just gonna fuck around. That's my last resort. I feel like that'll be so fun.
I had a computer science teacher like that in high school where he was like, dude, he was loony. I don't know what he was on in class, but like he just like we would literally like. Everybody had an A in the class and we didn't do anything.
No, literally, he told me
we didn't do anything.
I kind of got you into computer science, right? Yeah, you and then also John and Brandon as well. Though.
Yeah, or John and Brandon, they were like they've been into that stuff.
Yeah,
because like since they were like John, John and Brandon, they both built their own PCs and stuff. So but anyway, no, I go to that class and there was like this one time where Caleb was like giving me like a hug in class, but it was like a really long hug, and then the teacher like gets up and he goes, can we please cut the homoerotic shit out? And then like everybody looks at him for a second, and then he like puts his like Beats headphones back in and like goes back to like whatever he was doing. No, and he sometimes would walk in the class and he was just playing house music.
I think the school system is very fucked, but the private school system is even more messed up.
Dude, a lot of people, like, if you ask a lot of people in like private school, like they'll be like, oh, like I hated it, bro. I loved it. I mean, like it was like, cause, dude, like
what I'm saying is, never mind.
That comp sci teacher was just he was so funny, and it was like, we still did get some work done, like there was a period of time where we were all doing Python for a minute. Then we switched over to Java. But, no one took the AP test in that class.
I took the AP test, but I failed. Not gonna lie. I failed all my AP tests. I'm kind of a dumbass. I took AP Computer Science and AP Chemistry. Even though I really like both of the subjects, I really just suck at tests. I feel like that's my conclusion. Mm-hmm. I hate tests. Like, what I do is I'll do all the assignments, get full credit on all the assignments, and when it comes to tests, I'll be like, all right, So all I need to do is get a 40 out of 100 on this test, and I'll still hold my A. That's how I like. That's my mindset
That's
towards.
how everyone is.
Yeah. No, he's the opposite.
Really?
What do I
Don't
do?
you like?
Well,
Don't
hold
you
on,
go hard on tests and and essays?
I'm the complete
Yeah.
opposite. Yeah, I won't do homework, and dude. Oh my god, my economics test that I had last year in December, dude, that was insane for me because I had like a 79%. And in order for me to get like a B in the class, which I really needed at least a B in the class, I had to get on the final at 85%, question by question. I took it question by question, all like 130. I was like tunnel vision, focusing on each one, and then I was calculating it like through the process. I was like, okay, am I unsure about this one? Count it as wrong so that I can so that I'm able to at the end know exactly what I got. And dude, I aced that test, and I managed to get a B in it. But yeah, essays, tests, finals, midterms, those are the stuff that usually save my grade.
That's way too stressful for me. I feel like I'd rather relax during those times because those assignments are already very stressful.
Yeah.
So I feel like having to get a grade like an 85 on a like a final would just put so much more stress on me.
Do you remember the night when you came to my house? Because I promised you that I would help you with your with your essay. You remember that night too? I also had my essay. Yeah. I did two essays. That night. And did you get a good grade on yours?
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
I think I got like an 80.
Dude,
which was really good.
Yeah,
really good.
I got like a 96% on my final essay for English in December.
Okay, hold up. Let me explain why 80 was so good. I think it was like 85. In order to get a 90, you had to have at least 7 pages, and we only did 5 pages, which was that like there is no way to get a 90. So getting an 85 is like 5 points away from like 100 basically.
Dude, when I was putting in like quotes into it, I found like this really good quote in there. I still remember this, but I couldn't find the page number for like 20 minutes. And I was like, whatever, I'm putting whatever page number.
Yeah, they don't even check that shit, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it ended up working out. I'm glad that you got a good. If you got a bad grade on it, I would have felt so bad.
Nah, so it was good. Yeah.
That was nuts. Mark, do you have any stories of like when you were in high school or college and it was like you were just like placed in like a really tight frame where like you had to like really submit something or you were under a lot of stress?
Way too many.
Yeah, I feel like that happened a lot. Huh?
Pressure, sometimes was really stressful, especially when I was taking OChem in my second year of community college. Man, the stakes were high, the stress was high. The exams were tough, assignments were tough, and the assignments weren't worth much. So you had no option. You had to do good on the tests. Yeah. You had to put in a lot of work.
Yeah, I hate when professors do that. When they weigh the exams so heavy, it just sucks.
Yeah, because in the real world, when you're working, if you don't know the answer to something, you can look it up.
Exactly. Yeah, I was talking about that with my boss, and he was like, he was asking me if I memorized something. He was telling me like, I don't know. It was something about having memorized something, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. And he's like, never apologize for something that you can easily search up. Yeah. He's like,
right at your fingertips.
Yeah. Or never apologize for not remembering something that you can easily search up, was what he said.
I love that.
Yeah. And that just went against everything the school system taught me. Like
the rule of thumb should be like you should know at least 75 to 80% based off memory. Like, so obviously your interactions with people are quick. You don't like constantly look up every single thing you're asked.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of you being there?
Yeah.
But there's that 25 to 30, or 40% area where like, all right, there's a little wiggle room for you to be able to look up what you need to look up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. By the way, Donna Betty, if you're watching this, I hate you. You thought you were gonna get away from that name, huh?
The nightmare started. I didn't even do the work in that class. Donna Betty didn't put in the only professor to not put in a single assignment until a week after the final.
after.
I was clueless of my grade in the class for 4 months.
I was helping Fadi like take this class, and Fadi just didn't know whether I was doing a good job at it or not.
David did a great job though. I got a 91 in the class.
Yeah. It was calculus too, which is
it was
no, not calculus, trig. My bad.
Yeah,
same thing.
Geometry trig.
Same thing. Yeah. It was a class right before calc.
Dude,
I don't know why I thought calc.
I have to take 5 math classes to clear like all my prerequisites for accounting economics. 5 math classes. So far, I've taken 4, I'm doing the 4th one right now.
Yeah.
A's on all of them.
That's good.
Yeah, dude. I did not expect that. So.
Yeah, you hate math, huh?
Oh, extremely.
Yeah, I hate writing. I can't do essays.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I can do essays, I can do discussions, I can do all of that, But when it comes to math, no, I can't.
I was the.
Of course you can. Come on now.
I was the kid that when every time they'd give a presentation in front of class, like they would just laugh with their friends. Like I was that group with my friends, Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Like the kids that would always go in front and just start laughing at each other. Like that was me, just because I sucked at giving presentations.
Dude, I used to be like in middle school. I used to be like really good at giving presentations, and then in high school, I just sucked. Thankfully, I don't have to give any presentation in community college.
Yeah.
So.
I actually have to do an assignment where I have to turn on my camera, share my screen, have my camera, like my face on the top right, and give a presentation for 10 minutes.
This is practice.
Yeah, this is practice. I feel like the podcast has really helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I love the podcast. It's so fun. I don't know. I just love it.
You can just talk about whatever.
Yeah. Everyone tells me like, is there a subject for your podcast? Like, what do you do your podcast about? And I'm just like, it's random. Every week it's something different.
Sure.
That's what I like about it, to be honest. Because some people have like sports podcasts and like.
No, and you're doing good too. You're consistent with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When we were talking with the guy, when I was talking with the guy at Best Buy, when we were getting these mics, I was talking to him about the podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, I listen to a few podcasts myself, like history podcasts." I'm like, "Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing."
Like, what do you guys talk about? We were like, like everything.
Everything, yeah. We might have a history podcast soon. We might have to bring him on. We have to bring him on, man. Best Buy employee.
When David's like can't find any, he's gonna go on the balcony outside. He's gonna be like, "Hey, anybody want to be on a podcast? I know you got a story."
No, realistically, I feel like there's gonna come a point where I just don't know who to bring on, because I don't know if because I don't know a lot of people.
Yeah, but then again, you can always bring on like the same people again. You feel me?
That's true. That's true.
That's what
Joe Rogan honestly, another reason I really like this podcast is I get to meet new people. So that's another thing. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Filming those podcasts with the MetaCard holders, that was so fun.
You really like that?
Yeah, that was fun.
Plan another trip, have them come out here.
I do have to plan another trip.
Did you guys want to go on like a cruise?
Yeah, going on a cruise with them, that would be fun. Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna end it here.
Alrighty.
I appreciate you, Mark, a lot.
I appreciate
you're the man.
You having me.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Is there any final words you want to say?
It was great being on the podcast. I love the company.
Soon. To the moon, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you, Mark.
Absolutely, bro.
Are you guys hungry?
I just had food. I just had food. Oh my god. You eat? I had the habit.
Ooh, a nice char burger.
Yeah, the Impossible.
Oh wow.